Hello, good people of YouTube. Mountbatten here, and today I'm going to be talking about how to make sure you are getting your maximum amount of coal every single day in the game. But first, we have this pretty fun clip from a Paulo Emilio game I had. If you were not interested in it, just skip ahead about a minute or two. It's not a very long clip, or just sit around and watch through it. Pretty darn hilarious. Anyway, what's going on here is that I'm in Paulo Emilio, and so is Pickles. He just unlocked his Paulo, and we were running around in a div with Super as well, just having some fun and doing derpy Paulo things when this little occurrence here happened. So I'm pushing down along the C cap, along the 10 line. I normally try to go all the way around and get behind the enemy team to get at those battleships back there. But this Neptune's in the way, and I'm thinking, well, he looks alone, just smoked up. I'm pretty sure I can sneak around on him and shove just one set of torpedoes into his broadside, and then that would be that. That'd be one sunk Neptune. But, as is the nature of Paulo Emilio, not everything goes to plan. So there's one set of torps, like, oh, he just dumped his torps. I get detected, and, oh no, there's a Fletcher right there. He was spotting me for the Neptune. Then I forgot that the Neptune has hydro, so now I'm hydroed with the Fletcher right there. So I hurry up and dump a set of torps at the Fletcher. The second tube swings around. I dump another set at the Fletcher, thinking, okay, he may hit one of those if I get lucky. And now I'm being, well, as you can see, shut up by just about everybody over here. I'm like, okay, here's a Neptune. At least I'll torpedo him and go about my day. But then I remember, oh wait, I just dumped both sets of torpedo tubes at the Fletcher, so let me ram him. Then he starts to run away from me, and I'm like, oh, this is not going according to plan. But remember, everybody, you always have at least one torpedo on your ship, and that is, of course, your ship. And yep, with a little under 1,000, or just over 1,000 health left, I managed to go ahead and ram the Neptune and get first blood rammed in a DD, ramming a Neptune with a Paulo Emilio. So yeah, that was a funny little bit. Anyway, on to the main video now. Alright guys, let's go ahead and talk about how to maximize your coal gain now. So why would you want to do this in the first place? Well, if you've been living under a rock and just haven't heard, the Thunderer and many other armory ships are leaving the armory in roughly 3 months. So you have until then to obtain them, and one of the main resources you would need to get some of these ships, especially the Thunderer, is coal. And coal is not something like XP where you can grind an unlimited amount of it every day in the game. There's a finite amount that you can earn per day. So this video is mainly going to be going over those ways to obtain coal and how to make sure you're doing this every day or at every opportunity that you have in order to earn coal, because you don't get a whole lot of it every day, but if you're constant and keep it up, you will get the amount that you need in order to get the Thunderer before it leaves the armory in about either late February or early March. And keep in mind too, that's 3 months. That is plenty of time just playing the game casually in order to get the coal that you need. But if you want a little bit more, maybe you want one of the other ships that are being removed, this is how you're going to have to do it. So first off, and the easiest thing that you can do is to make sure for your 3 daily containers, make sure you always pick more resources. This will at the bare minimum net you 1,200 coal a day. That's only if RNG screws you and gives you 1 pack of coal a day in that container. RNG can bless you and give you 2 or even 3 packs of coal in those containers. And you just get these by earning a certain amount of XP in the game every single day. And it is after bonuses have been applied. So if you want to make sure you are earning this coal as fast as possible, make sure you get all your special signal flags on. Because, I mean, I understand, 37,000 XP, that's a bit to earn if you don't have any boosters applied, you don't even have any special camouflage applied, or no special signal flags. That is a bit to grind. But if you have just a mid or high tier premium ship, and you have just a handful of special signal flags, not even the huge amount that I have on my ships right now, you can very easily do this in just 4 or 5 matches. Not even getting very good games, just getting decent games. And if you want to make sure you're also maximizing your maximization of earning XP, make sure you're doing things like shooting DDs. The XP is dished out on the ratio of health that you take off of a ship. So if you're in a cruiser or a battleship and you slap a destroyer for 3/4 of its health, that's the exact same amount of reward you would get for slapping a battleship for 3/4 of its health. So make sure you're going after those DDs, make sure you're going after higher tier ships, make sure you are capping, because solo cap ribbons are worth a lot of XP, and even assistant cap ribbons are also worth a lot of XP as well. So make sure you're doing those things. You will easily get these 3 containers extremely quickly if you're doing that. So after the 3 daily containers, you also have a few other options of getting coal. You can also get coal from daily missions, and again, a lot of these missions just boil down to just playing the game. And depending upon, what it is for the day or what set of missions it is, and not even just the daily missions, like right now with the U.S. battleship event going on, you can also earn, I think it was like 500 or 600 coal from the set of directives I had just now. And again, if you look at these directives, they're not really that hard. As they go on, they get a little bit harder. But you can certainly, if you haven't been doing these missions yet, you can certainly net yourself a couple thousand coal here pretty easily from doing the earlier on missions and just saving up and doing the missions. You can also check out some of the campaigns. Some of them do offer a coal, I think, in like their final stage of their mission, but there's quite a few. Some of them are quite old, before coal was even a thing in the game, so you're going to have to go through and double check and make sure that campaign does offer coal as a reward for completing a stage. Another thing that you could do if you are pretty darn desperate, and I really wouldn't recommend anybody do this unless you are really desperate and don't feel like spending any money at all, you can convert steel for coal, but I would not suggest doing that. Steel is really hard to get, and if you are part of a clan and partaking in clan battles, or you are partaking in ranked battles, and you are saving up steel for a certain steel ship, do not spend that steel. But if you do not want a steel ship, and you have no plans whatsoever in the future of getting a steel ship, then yes, you can convert that steel to coal. I would not recommend doing this again if you have any inkling whatsoever of getting a steel ship, because every drop of steel that you can get helps you get toward that steel ship and saves you time. Because trust me, I made that mistake myself. I spent steel on getting the Smolensk because I wanted to grab it before it went away, and that bit me when I was trying to get the Shikishima. It added, months onto my grind for Shikishima. So again, unless you have absolutely 100% no desire to get a steel ship, do not spend your steel. I know I'm repeating myself here, but I just want to make that abundantly clear. Okay, something else that's coming up, actually here pretty soon, is the Christmas event, the Christmas/New Year's event, where we get snowflakes. So snowflakes are rewarded to you by just winning one battle in your ships. Just one battle in any ship. Each ship will get one snowflake put on it when the event starts. And they changed up the distribution of rewards this year, and this is what they are for this year. So for tier 5 to tier 7 ships, you can get 400 to 750 coal. Obviously tier 7 you get the 750, tier 5 you get the 400, 5 and 6 is somewhere in between, and that's a darn good amount of coal. And 5 to 7, guys, that's pretty abundant for most players. Most players probably have a fair few amount of these ships. All you gotta do is win one match, and you can do it in co-op. So yeah, it's pretty easy to do. So all you gotta do is sell into co-op and win, which is fairly easy to do in co-op. And then from tier 8 to 9, you'll get 75 steel per win in a tier 8 to 9 ship. And again, that's actually a pretty darn good amount of steel, considering how many people probably have tier 8 to 9 ships. And for tier 10, If you win a battle in a tier 10 ship, you get one of Santa's containers, which has an opportunity to drop coal, free XP, signal flags, and maybe even a premium ship too. So you can do this for every single tier 10 ship, every single tier 5 to 9 ship, every single tier 5 to 9 ship. You can do this in. And I mean, that's a lot of coal when you add it up, depending upon what ships you have, well, how many ships you have in your port. So that's a really easy way to get a lot of coal really, really fast. And again, you still have another 2 months after this event ends in order to get the Thunderer or whatever the coal ship you want to get. So with all that added up together, this is a very easily doable thing, guys. All you have to do is just play the game daily, and you'll get it. Now, if it comes down to crunch time and you are just a couple thousand coal shy, or just a little bit shy of achieving your goal, where can you go to get some emergency coal? And this is an absolute line of last resort. If you do want to do this, you will have to buy containers. Now, depending upon what containers you buy, depends upon how much coal you get. The American battleship containers right now, they're actually pretty darn profitable. You can get, I think it's like 3,000 something coal per container. If you get lucky, it's not guaranteed. It's just a if you get lucky thing. So if you want to do that, and again, this is talking about crunch time, I would not recommend you just dish out the cash up front to get the coal, because you would need a lot of these containers to drop you this 3,000 coal to get Thunderer starting off from even like halfway there. So you'd be mega welling these containers in order to get Thunder if you're going to do it this way. But again, if you just need like 5,000 more coal and Thunder is leaving like in 2 days, and you're not going to be able to get on to get that much coal in those 2 days, that's what you're going to have to do. There's no other way to get coal instantly except for buying the containers and hoping you get the drop, which from my experience with the American containers, because I went through them to get the what was it, the Oklahoma? Yeah, the Oklahoma. They're actually pretty generous with the coal. Again, I'm not recommending you outright just well it. Just if you need that emergency coal, that last couple thousand coal, that's what you're going to have to do. But if you just do what I said in the first half of this video and just play the game every day, do your daily missions, get your daily coal containers, participate in a snowflake event, go into co-op to get those easy victories on your ships, you should have absolutely zero problem getting the Thunderer or maybe even one of the other coal ships if you just stick to it and get it done. So guys, that's the best ways I know of to get your coal done for the upcoming removal of the Thunderer and crew. If I missed anything, let me know in the comments down below what other methods may I have glossed over or I may have slipped my mind. Let me know in the comments down below. Hope you guys are having a wonderful Tuesday. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to drop a like and subscribe to the channel. We're just past 18,800 subscribers. We're trying to get to 20,000 before the end of the year, and it's looking like it might be possible thanks to you guys. But again, if you enjoyed, make sure to subscribe to help us get there. Hope you guys are having a wonderful day, and I hope to catch you guys in the next one.